Sir, good afternoon, sir. Srikant, sir.
Good afternoon to all. Good afternoon, Honorable Principal Sir, Director Sir, and Secretary Sir. Good afternoon, sir.
To all. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon.
Kritika, can you start?
Yes, sir, we can start, sir.
Yeah.
Good noon, everyone. We extend a warm and cordial welcome to the dignitaries, staffs, and students for the virtual Faculty Development Program on Art of Writing Research Proposals and Funding Opportunities. On this occasion, we begin this function in the name of Almighty. In happy moment, praise God. In painful moment, trust God. And in every moment, thank God. United we stand, divide we fall. Now we request
Glad welcome we bring to you, filled with desires, hopes, and dreams we all share. Tribuna College of Arts and Science welcomes you all with closed arms. Thus, to formally welcome you all, I invite our beloved principal, Dr. R. Lakshmi.
Very good afternoon to all. It's my duty now to welcome the people with the blessings of our chairman, Sri Lakshmi Narayan Swami, President Subra Madam. With their support, we are organizing a wonderful program today. It's my duty to welcome our Secretary, Dr. Srikant Kannan, our Director, Dr. Sekhar, to join with us in this today's program. I welcome all the participants and research scholars from various institutes to take part in this wonderful session. The session is going to be a very useful session for the upcoming research scholars, faculty members, because we got such an eminent person today to share his knowledge, which he has an excellent experience in research. Such a person getting for a session is very, very difficult. I would like to welcome our guest, Dr. Paramasivam, who is working as an assistant professor and PG Research Department, Thandai Periyar Government College of Arts and Science, Tiruchirappalli. He has done many things in the research, which is going to be shared in today's session. And so I hope the session is going to be a very, very useful one, and utilize this opportunity. I request all the scholars and faculty members to utilize this session. You gain at least some basic knowledge how to take up the research, where we can get some fundings. All this we are going to explore today. So once again, I request all the members to take part sincerely and listen carefully and take all the inputs which our guest is going to be given to us today. So it's a worthful, useful, and it's going to be worth forever for the scholars. So once again, I welcome all the participants, faculty members, guests, and our managing people for this wonderful session. Thank you all.
If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. Is the tagline of our secretary, Dr. Shrikant Kannan. I invite him for the presidential address.
Distinguished Chairman and President of the Sugna Group, my good friend Sri Lakshminarayan Swami and Sugna. Our beloved Principal, Dr. Rajkumar Sir. Director Administration, Dr. Shekhar. Beloved and most distinguished Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. Paramasivam from the Thandai Periyar College, Tiruchirappalli. Our beloved members of the staff, both teaching and non-teaching faculties, and beloved students. I would be failing in my duty, first of all, if I don't mention about the kind of strides that our college has been making, Sugna College of Arts and Science has been making from day one of its inception. We are in the third year of our functioning. We commenced the college in the year 2020. So 2021, 21, 22, and 22, 23, this is going to be the third year. And this is the first time that we are going to send out one full batch, one batch after completion of its course, the 3-year course in arts and commerce streams. But even by now, I must say that we have had wonderful programs which probably only postgraduate colleges or research institutions will conduct. One such is today's program, where, as the principal rightly said, we have an eminent speaker who is well versed in the subject, coming and sharing his rich knowledge with all of us, which is going to be a good lesson for us in future. So these kind of speeches, which we are going to hear from him today, I'm sure it's happening. Even otherwise, I'm sure that we will make necessary arrangements for recording it for posterity, so that it can be played again and again for our students, for our staff, in their venture in future. That said, the two things that I just want to touch upon today is, one is, some of us like Dr. Shekhar, are well versed in banking. In banking, there is a parlance known as window dressing. You know, every year when the accounts are being closed, there would be a certain amount of rearrangement of the figures in such a way that there would be a bright side of the banking being showcased in the balance sheet and in other places. At a certain point, beyond a certain limit, it could tantamount to be a negative thing, but properly placed, it is a right thing to do. A certain amount of window dressing is given as an elbow room in banking. That way, it is necessary for us, for any scholar, for anyone who's working in the field of education, to showcase oneself, to put out your best, your faculties, whatever you have inside you, your knowledge. You put out the best in writing, and therefore that art becomes a very important thing. So that is, unfortunately, that's lacking in many a side we have seen. We have our teachers who are very well versed, who are very well educated, who are postgraduates, doctorates, who have additional qualification like MPhils, MEds and all that. But when it comes to writing their resume, a simple thing, we find it is awfully lacking in the content part. They don't know how to showcase themselves. So that is one thing that is going to be taught to us today. Second thing is, why this is important is, if you are able to project yourself properly, like as I mentioned about banking also, it is necessary to put out your best figures, because only then funding agencies will have a confidence in you. Your clients will have a confidence in you. Your RBI will have a confidence in you as far as banking is concerned, I'm talking. Similarly, if our teachers, research scholars can put up their facts and figures in the right manner, in the right place, the projects, the funding from the government side, from the NGO sides also, will flow to us very easily. It is available for the asking, but we don't have the capacity to get it. That is a problem. So lessons like what we are going to learn today from the talk by Dr. Parameshivam are really going to help us in solving this particular issue. I'm so happy that our team has picked up a scholar as eminent as Dr. Parameshivam. We welcome you, sir, to our college. It should be a pleasure to have you here amidst us. And I'm sure if there are any doubts by the students, either by way of question answers today itself, or they can even contact Dr. Parameshivam on his email or whatever manner possible as he would deem it fit, so that their doubts can be clarified in future. Our chairman and president have always made it a point to ensure that mere academics is not going to make the program of the college complete. We need a wider ambit where the students will have a good projection, both physiologically, physically. When it comes to physical education, we have a wonderful sports field there. One of the best facilities that an institution can boast of. We have an NCC, we have NSS, overall, and self-development programs are happening in plenty. So along with that, today's program of initiating and teaching our scholars how to project themselves, how to get their capacities and knowledge showcased, so that right funding will happen for furtherance of their cause, is a great effort. I once again congratulate the teachers concerned, the faculties concerned in being able to garner a praiseworthy possession like Dr. Parameshivam amidst us. And I'm sure we will make the best out of it. My best wishes to all concerned in this area. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Quit worrying about hell or dreaming about heaven, as they are both present inside this very moment. Every time we fall in love, we ascend to heaven. Every time we hate, we tumble straight into the fires of hell. The joyful heart sees and reads the word with a sense of freedom and graciousness. I invite Dr. B. Shaker, Director, Admin, Suguna Institutions for the felicitation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, sir. Honorable Chairman, Shri V. Lakshmi Narayana Swami, sir. Honorable President, Madam Mrs. Suguna ji. Honorable Secretary, sir, Dr. Srikanth Kannan. Dear Principal, Dr. Raj Kumar. Most esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. Paramasivam, Assistant Professor, Tande Periyar Government Arts College, Tiruchirappalli, a man with Indian Academic Association, who is going to tell us how to write the project proposal, research proposals for funding opportunities available in all government institutions. Dear faculties of various colleges, not only arts colleges, engineering college, our own engineering colleges, Suguna engineering college have participated, and people from all over India, from different colleges, from different seas have participated. I welcome you all. Wonderful program of faculties of Commerce Department have arranged this. As Secretary Sir was telling, the capability of faculties being tested at the government institutions only by seeing their project proposals. What is missing? What is to be added? What is the fine tuning? How to be presented? All those things is most important for any project proposal. For that, we have a trustworthy and praiseworthy person, Dr. C. Parameshwaran, who is well versed in handling this very important topic, art of writing research proposals and funding opportunities in government institutions. The profile of the faculty is judged only by knowing how much grant he has been obtained by writing projects in government institutions. It shows the caliber of a faculty. So, as a faculty development program, we arrange this. So, I request all the faculties from Suguna College of Arts and Science, Suguna Engineering College, and all other institutions from all over India kindly listen to Dr. Parameshwar, understand how to go about it, and also talk to him frequently on different topics which is worthy and viable in such a scenario to get the funding opportunities. I welcome Dr. Parameshwar to this August audience. In the midst of very busy schedule, he has agreed to come on online also. I'm very thankful to you, sir. Suguna College of Arts and Science, as our secretary was telling, conducted many programs which are important in nature. Also allow the children to participate in sports activities, besides academic sports activity also. So it is growing. I hope one day it will match the other leading institutions so. So I request Dr. Parameshwar sir to give us deep-rooted knowledge on this subject so that our students can be benefited, our faculty can be benefited, and all are getting benefited. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity. God bless.
Thank you, sir.
When you are around enormously successful people, you realize that their success isn't an accident, it's about hard work. I now call upon Dr. M. Meenakshi Sarada, Head Department of Commerce, to introduce the esteemed guest.
It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Dr. C. Paramasivan, an assistant professor in PG and Research Department of Commerce, Periyar EVR College Autonomous, Tiruchirappalli. He has completed his M.Com Business Finance from Pondicherry Central University, MPhil from Gandhigram Rural University, Dindigul, and successfully completed his PhD from Periyar University, Salem. He also obtained Masters in Economics, MBA Finance, MSc Psychology, and Library Science, Apart from that, he has secured various diploma courses like PGDCA, diploma in MIR, and so on. He has over 20 years of teaching experience and produced 60 MPhil and 15 PhD research scholars. He also specialized in business finance, entrepreneurship, development, research methodology, and women empowerment. He published various books entitled on financial management, financing of small industries, human rights, information technology in financial sector, research methodology and women empowerment, bank finance to SSI, inclusive banking through technology, financial inclusion for inclusive growth, Dalit women empowerment through microfinance, micro enterprise prospects and problems of social entrepreneurship, and so on. He also published more than 150 research articles in national and international journals and presented about 50 papers in national and international seminars. He has completed sponsored research projects funded by MTS India, MHRD, UGC, and ICSSR. He has organized many seminars and workshops in association with UGC, ICSSR, NHRC, and ICT Academy, and acted as a resource person and chairperson in various national and international level seminars. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear audience, it is time for a speaker, Dr. C. Paramashivan, Assistant Professor, Research Advisor, Department of Commerce, Thandai Periyar Government College of Arts and Science, Tiruchirappalli, to share his thoughts on today's topic, Art of Writing Research Proposals and Funding Opportunities.
So thank you. I think I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Yeah, thank you. அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Most respected the Chairman and Secretary of Suguna College of Arts and Science, respected Principal, Dean, Head of the Department and faculty members of the Suguna College of Arts and Science, respected participants from various institutions. So I'm very happy to be here as a person to share my views and experience relating to how to write a research proposal and obtaining research grants from various funding agencies in our country. With this, I must congratulate and appreciate the organizing committee for organizing this kind of program in virtual mode, because nowadays all the teaching faculties in higher education are facing a serious problem how to raise a grant from funding agencies. Though you are all knowledgeable person, experienced person, qualified person, but there is a lacking where to get the research grant, how to get the research grant, what are the funding opportunities are available, how to write a research proposal like this. These all are the basic things we have to understand, because this is quite common. There is no need of high level of intellectual or knowledge or caliber is needed to get the research grant from any funding agency. Only thing is we need some certain quality. So our sir already rightly pointed out, we must be able to showcase our talent in a proper time and proper place. That is the only way to get the grant from funding agencies, because they are going to give the money, because nowadays nobody will give money to anyone, even a single paisa. Before they are going to give any money to anyone, they will observe, they will estimate, they will verify our quality, our caliber. Based on that only they will give the assistance to anyone. So in this way, today the topic is how to get the research grant from funding agency, and how to write a research project. So I think my presentation is visible, isn't it? So the first topic, the slide is what is research. I think my slide is moving. Anyone, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. The topic is research. What is research? The slide is what is research. You know that. Of course, I hope all the participants in these programs are aware what is research methodology, how the research is important, like that. I'm not going to say some things about research or research methodology. But anyhow, the present day, the research is considered as a powerful weapon for explore the innovative ideas, informative findings in almost all the walk of human beings. Everywhere you can see, even we are all conducting the online conference, online workshop. This is also one kind of the research based on the research. So that we can see the research is everywhere. With the help of the research, everything is going to be happen. So it is the very important part and partial of our day-to-day life. Research in social science transformed many achievements and appreciation to the self-sustainable society in the world. Now we can see all kind of social transformation, economic development, or environmental sustainability is possible only with the help of research. In this way, why we are all conducting the research? The next day, that is the purpose of research. You know that the purpose of research may be in two parts. That is the academic research and non-academic research. As you know, the academic research, if you want to obtain MPhil, PhD, DLit or DSc, we need to submit a thesis or dissertation or a project report. Based on that, the university or the institutions will give the degree in the name of Master of Philosophy or Doctor of Letters or Doctor of Philosophy, like that. Apart from that, some people are doing some research, not only for academic purpose. Beyond that, they are doing some research to find out solution to the real issues in the society or in the economy. For that, many funding agencies are ready to provide financial assistance. For examples, in India, some of the funding agencies like UGC, TST, ICSSR, DRDO, TANSTI, TNSCST, some ministries, NGOs, even some individual people are giving some financial assistance for conducting some non-academic research, which is the original research, which explore, which give the valuable solution to the society. So this is the non-academic research. Okay. Now the next question is, why research? That is, the research is for the purpose of knowledge exploration, to find out some innovation, to create some advancement, to develop some technology. These all are the reason behind the research. Then the quality of a good research. The research should have some good quality. The first one is called as the research is always a systematic. That means it should provide an opportunity to step-by-step process. Then the research should have some logical. That is the valid reason behind the research. If I'm going to conduct any research, there should be a logic why I'm conducting this research, what will be the use to the society or to the economic, like that. Then the next important quality of the research is empirical. It is nothing but I must show some evidence. If I'm going to give some solution or findings, these findings or the solutions should be based on some evidence. I have to show some proof or evidence. Then only it can be empirical or it can be original research. Then another important quality of the research is the replicable. That means the research must always provide an opportunity for conducting the further research. That is, there is no end for any kind of research. There is no end for any kind of research. There should be an opportunity to explore further research in that area, like that. Then the final quality of the research is the result orientation. Every research must provide some result which may be useful to the society or to the economy or to the environment like that. So if the research is going to consider or it consists of this kind of quality, then only this research will be considered as a quality research. Then the next step, before we are going to writing a research proposal, now we have some ideas. We want to write a research proposal for getting some financial assistance from various funding agency. Before you are going to write a research proposal, you must mind it. You must consider, what do I want to study? Why this topic is important? How is significant with the subject area covered? What problem will it help solve? How does it build upon research already conducted on the topic? Can I get it down in the time available? These are some of the important questions you have to ask yourself before you are going to writing a research proposal or sending it to any funding agency. So now I will come to the major part of the research proposal. So I think my slide is moving, isn't it? So anyone please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now I'm showing the slide types of proposal, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Now you see that, my dear participants, you may be the teacher or the faculty members or the researcher, or even you are the students. You may have some idea to write some research proposal to get the funding from various funding agencies. You must understand, this alone for the understanding purpose. So what I am going to discuss in this session is purely based on my experience, because I have conducted a lot of research. I obtained 4 research grant from various funding agencies for conducting research study. And apart from that, I also received a lot of financial assistance from various funding agencies for organizing seminars, conference, workshop, training programs, etc. So that I can say, I can give my own experience, which will be correct, what will be correct, like that. So there are 2 types of proposal. One is self-designed proposal. What is that self-designed proposal? There is no format is available. The self-designed proposal is nothing but you have to submit your proposal in your own style. There is no need of follow any format. There is no format is available in the website of the funding agency. So this is called as a self-designed proposal. Whereas you must have some idea when you want to submit a proposal for funding, what are the items should be there. So it should be incorporated, whether it may be the designed proposal or the self-designed proposal. Okay. So the self-designed proposal is nothing but there is no format is available for preparing the research proposal. You can develop your own model of proposal. The another thing is designed proposal. This is something different from self-designed proposal. That means the funding agency will give some guidelines. They will give some format for writing some research proposal. You have to submit that proposal according to that format. For example, so you want to apply any research proposal to ICSSR. The ICSSR have some format. What are the items should be in the proposal? So accordingly, you have to submit your research proposal. Then only they will accept. This is the difference between the self-designed research proposal and a format proposal. That is the designed proposal. Now I will come to the content of the proposal. What are the content should be there? So these are some of the important content, whether it may be the self-designed proposal or designed proposal. So what are the content should be there? That is the introduction. Suppose you are going to discuss about a particular topic, you must give some introduction. Then background and significance, literature review. So we will explain in a detail in the next slide itself. Then statement of problem, objectives of the study, research design and methods, implications, relevance of the study, time budget, conclusions, reference. So more or less the same content will be available or applicable to self-design proposal or design proposal. Now we will look on introduction. What is introduction? So first topic of any proposal will start with the introduction. So this introduction is one of the very, very important parts which explore what you are going to do in your proposal or in your study. So it may be some 10 lines, it may be some half page or quarter page. It will give very clear information about your project. It should be able to gain a sense of your passion for the topic and to be excited about the study possible outcome. So everything you have to give in a nutshell manner in your introduction, because once the introduction is going to be read by that is the panel of examiner, it should attract to read the further topics of your research proposal. So that you should be very careful. You must avoid some plagiarism. You have to give your own ideas in your own words. That is very important thing. Then another, that is the background and significance. So what is the background of your study? Why you want to conduct this study? What is the purpose? So for conducting any research, there should be a background. The background means there is some issues are there, or there is some need for conducting this kind of study. So that can be explored in a correct and appropriate manner in your proposal. So this section can be melted into your introduction, or you can create a separate section to help with organization and narrate flow of your proposal. This is where you can explain the content of your proposal and describe in a detailed way. That is very important things. Then another important thing is literature review. You see that review of literature or literature review in many of the research proposal, designed proposal format, the literature review may be divided into two parts. That is the international review of literature, national review of literature. So why we have to conduct the literature review? Because then only we can understand or we can find out the research gap. So what kind of studies were undertaken in the earlier period, how it can be different from the earlier study. So that is the very important things. For that only we are going to conduct the review of literature. With the help of review of literature, we are going to generate lot of variables, dimensions, everything. Okay, so that is very important things. Then another is, that is the statement of the problem statement. You have to state the problem. What is the problem for conducting the research? The problem is nothing but it is the issues. What is the research issues are there? How you are going to describe the research issues with the help of your review of literature. You must give the issues in a statement manner. That means a statement of problem is a claim of one or two sentences in length that outlines the problem addressed by the study. Which problem is there, how this problem is going to be identified, and how this problem is going to study in your research. So that is very important things. So to find out the problem is the heart of the research. Many of the proposals were rejected by the funding agency because the researcher were not clearly identified the research problem. For examples, you want to study a research, you want to conduct one research, you must be able to find out the correct problem. Of course, n number of problems are available in the society. N number of issues are available in the society, whereas you must know which problems or which issues are very, very needed one. Which one is to be solved in an immediate manner? Which will be the valuable one? So that kind of mindset and idea research proposals. All the proposals are related to the corona or lockdown like that only. COVID-19 like that only. So when you submit, when all the people are submitting the proposal relating to the corona, impact of corona in education, impact of corona in society, impact of COVID in economic, impact of COVID in, like all kind of proposals are relating to COVID or lockdown. So this is not the real research problem. Beyond that, you must find out, apart from that, what will be the uniqueness of the corona or the lockdown or the COVID-19 like this. You see that I will say one examples in commerce. Now you can see the stress management. Many of the people are doing research relating to the job stress, work stress, work-life balance, stress management, like that only. You can see hundreds, thousands and thousands of PhD theses are relating to the job stress. You know one thing in Paritasan University, if you are applying for PhD in the topic of stress management or work-life balance, immediately the Vice Chancellor will reject your proposal. They will not give the admission for PhD because n number of job stress management is there. But at the same time, all people are focusing, stress will influence the work performance. Stress will influence the work-life balance. Stress will affect the lifestyles. So all people are doing research only the adverse effect of the stress. But if you have the critical thinking or creative thinking, or if you think differently, why not do the research? If the stress is not applicable or available to the individual, what will happen? If there is no stress, what will happen to the work-life balance or work performance or productivity or human life? You see that you have some stress. Because of your stress, you are participating in this program. I have some stress. Because of my stress, I am acting as a resource person. The organizers are having some stress because they are organizing the seminar, workshop. So if there is no stress, what will happen? The people will not do any innovative ideas. They will not involve any innovative work. So we will be the ideal. So stress is needed. Without stress, we cannot achieve anything. So this is the creative thinking. Why not do research relating to this kind of topic? So it will be very appropriate and a very important topic. Then another thing is, based on your research problem or statement of the problem, you are going to formulate 5 or 6 objectives. So this is one of the very important part in the research proposal. The aim of the work is going to be given in the form of objectives. Normally 5 to 6 objectives or 4 to 5 objectives is enough. 5 objectives is enough. And also you must avoid the last objectives to give valuable suggestions, findings like that. That is not necessary because all the research is going to give the suggestions and findings. Why you have to give an as a objectives of your research, so that you can avoid that things. And another thing is, one objective should be related to the secondary databases. For example, you are going to do the research relating to primary data. Though it is the primary data, one objective should be focusing on the background of the study or with the help of the secondary data. So that is very important things. So another important thing is, these objectives should be converted into hypotheses. So when you are going to formulate the hypothesis, it can be tested with a valuable tools and techniques or not. Or the objectives can be fulfilled with the help of sources of data. So everything should be considered before you are going to fixing the objectives. And another, research design and methods. This is also one of the things. Many of the people are facing a problem. They are not able to answer this research methodology part during the proposal presentation before the panel of examiners. You must know very clearly what is your research design. whether it is a descriptive research or explorative research or qualitative research or case study or historical research or conceptual study. You must be very strong about your research design. Then only you can explain anything. Then only you can go for further stage. If it is a case study method, the method of data collection will be different. If it is the conceptual study, the method of data collection will be different. If it is the descriptive research, your method of data collection will be different. So that you must be very clear which type of method of research you are going to apply in your research, and you must be able to justify. For example, I have mentioned in my research proposal, this research is based on descriptive in nature. Why it is descriptive? I must be able to justify. So that things are very important. So it consists of nature of research, coverage, data collection, data analysis, all things you know because you have completed research methodology and also PhD thesis, you know very well about this kind of things. Then another important thing is implications. What is the implication of your research? What will be the implication of your research? So you are doing some research. You are going to do some research. So you are expecting funds from funding agency. What will be the implication of your research? So your research will refine, revise, or extend existing knowledge in the subject or under investigation. So what will be the anticipated result? What will be the information you are going to be generate with the help of your proposal or research study? That is very important. And another important thing is the time budget. So you that I think
So
somebody
sorry for the interruption. Audience, please kindly mute your audio, please.
yeah. Now I'm showing the PPT, the time budget. Is it okay? Is it correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, time budget. Yeah, now the question is, what will be the time for research? That will be depends upon your research. For examples, normally in India, the funding research projects consist of some time bound projects. That means it may be maximum of 3 years, normally 2 years and 1 year. If it is the major research, it may be 2 years. If it is the minor research, it will be 1 year. So this is the time frame they have given for you. Within that time frame, you must complete your research. Accordingly, you have to plan. Of course, your research may be wide one. Of course, your research may be extensive one, or your research may be in-depth one. Whatever may be, you should complete your research within the time frame. If it is 1 year, you should complete your research in 1 year. If it is 2 years, you have to complete your research in 2 years. Otherwise, your research project will be outdated. The funding agency will not give further grant. You must mind it. So that you should plan your time in a careful manner. So in your time budget, what are the time should be given for each and every activities? That is the preparatory work. That is the before you are going to conducting any research, you must have some preparatory work. Then you can go for file study, then drawing of sample, tool construction, data collection, data processing, data analysis, report writing. So according to your time, it may be 2 years, you can allot that time for this kind of activities. This is the time budget. You can plan yourself. Then another thing is, that is the conclusion. That means the conclusion is not conclusion of this session. This is the conclusion of the research proposal. So after the time budget, you have to mention the conclusion. In that conclusion, you have to give a summary, brief summary. What will be the uniqueness? What kind of knowledge you are going to be generate? How it will be useful? So all these matters should be included in your conclusion aspect. Okay. Then finally, After the conclusion, you have to write a references. This is very important because when you are going to writing a research proposal, we referred a lot of studies, research articles, books, journals, magazines, everything. So that should be properly cited. Otherwise, what will happen? It will be the plagiarism. So that you should follow the reference according to the proper format. So adequate number of reference should be added. For example, if you mention the review of literature, so all the review of literature should have some reference that should be mentioned. So it should be mentioned in the last part, maybe in a common format or model. That is the bibliographic model. Maybe some models you can apply, and also it should be given in a alphabetic order. You see that what are the different methods of writing review of literature. So bibliography you can write in the American Psychological Association, APA model, MLA model, Chicago model, Wernicke model, IEEE model, many PubMed model, many number of models are available. So which model you are going to use? For example, if you are plans to, that is the business studies, economics, commerce, you can use APA model. If you are plans to literature, psychology like that, literature and some other aspects, you can use MLA model. If you are plans to, that is like life science and other things, you can use CMS model. If you are plans to engineering students, engineering proposal, you can use the IEEE model. If you are plans to medical, you can use that PubMed model. So different models are available. Which model will be suitable for your domain? Accordingly, you have to use. You must remember all your reference should be in a uniform models, in a single model. Suppose you use the APA model, all the references should be in a APA model. That is very important thing. So then another thing is, okay, now I have prepared my research proposal in this manner. Another important, before you are going to submit your research proposal, you must remind yourself, you must think yourself the following information. That is the find out the funding agency. Who is our funding agencies? Then trust area. Trust area means it is the innovative new areas. Trust area. Background of your specialization. For example, if I am plans to banking, finance, and entrepreneurship development specialization, so I can prepare my proposal only related to banking or entrepreneurship development. If I am going to submit proposals relating to marketing or HR, it is not good because I must always prepare proposal based on my background. So you have to consider your proposal. Then another important thing is publish 1 or 2 articles before you are going to submit your proposal. For example, I want to submit one proposal even 2 days before. That was the last date for submission of ICSSR proposal. I submitted one proposal to ICSSR. Before I am going to submit the proposal, I published 2 articles relating to my topic. So why? Because it shows the background of our knowledge in the particular field. So that it is very important thing. Another thing, the institutional support. Whether the institutions will give the support to you, because you must upload, you must enclose forwarding letter from your institution. That means that forwarding letter, that is one kind of undertaking. Your head of the institution will give the undertaking. So the college or university will give the infrastructure facilities and all kind of research facilities for conducting research projects submitted by this candidate. Like that, they will give some declaration or undertaking. So some institutions will give full support for conducting research, whereas some institutions will not give any support. So that time you will face a lot of problem. You will struggle with the institution. So you must understand whether the institution will support you or not. Then infrastructure facilities. What are the infrastructure facilities are available? The library facilities are available, lab facilities are available, or any other facilities are available or not. That also very important things. Then another important factor, it is called as the personal factors. That is the commitment, interest, dedication, hard work, and patience. These all are the major instruments to get the research grant from the funding agency. If you are not having the commitment, for example, so you can say some justification, being a self-finance college teachers, how I can do the project, being a women teacher, how I can do the project, being the family man, how I can doing the project, I am getting very less salary, how I can do the project, so I am planning to Tamil medium, how I get the project. That is not the matter. If you have the commitment, interest, dedication, hard work, patience, you can also apply, you can also get the project from funding agency. These all are very important for your project, research project. Then another important thing is, this is one kind of academic contribution. As a teacher in a higher education institution, what is your contribution to the institution or to the society? For example, so I have 23 years of teaching experience, of which 13 years I am in government college. I have completed 23 PhDs under my guidance, and I have completed 4 research projects from various funding agencies, and I have organized more than 100 seminars, workshop, conference, training programs with the help of funding agencies, and I published many articles, and under my guidance, 10 of my candidates were received doctoral fellowship from various funding agencies, and I published many books. These all are my academic contribution. So I have some satisfaction with my academic activity. So as a faculty, at least one project from your academic life you must obtain. That is the academic contribution to the society or to the institutions. And another important thing is time constraint. So everywhere, for every people, 24 hours is fixed. With that 24 hours, how much time you are going to use for your academic development, for your personal development, or your family development. Academic is also important. Family is also important. Personal development is also important. So without compromising these things, you must be able to manage your time. That is very important thing. If I am going to concentrate more and more on academic development, I should not compromise with my family, because family is also very important. If I am going to spending much time with my family, I cannot contribute something to the academic development. So that the time constraints, you must know how to manage, how to handle the time in an effective manner. So these are the important things, important questions in your mind before you are going to submit your research proposal to anyone funding agencies. Okay, so I rushed the information, the first part of this workshop, because I have to discuss some other aspect also. So that if you have any questions in this area, we will discuss. Otherwise, at the end of the session, we will discuss. Is there any questions? Madam?
Sir, if
Shall
any
we
questions,
continue? Shall we continue or?
Yes, sir, we can continue.
Okay, madam. Okay. So the next part, that is the funding institutions. So I think my PPT is visible.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. The next part of this workshop is funding opportunities for research project or seminar, like that. I hope you got some ideas about how to write a research projects. Now we should understand what are the different types of research grant is available in our country. You see that research grant. That means the research grant is nothing but the grant for conducting the research project, maybe minor project or major project or mini project or mega project, whatever may be. This is purely for conducting research study. Then seminar and workshop grant. You want to organize any seminar or workshop, you can also receive grant from various funding agencies. Then another one is the training program grant. It is also similar to the seminar workshop grant. Then fellowship grant. You see that you want to do PhD in full time, the doctoral fellowship is there. Post-doctoral fellowship is also there. So in that doctoral fellowship, full-time doctoral fellowship is there. Traveling grant is there. Lot of things are there. Then another one is called as a travel grant. For example, so you want to participate or you want to present a paper in international conference in foreign country, you can apply the travel grant to reimburse your traveling cost and registration fees. That is also possible. Another one is called as a publication grant. That means suppose you have some materials, monographs or reports or text material, you want to publish it, you can apply to the any funding agency to receive the publication grant. So these are the different types of grant for different aspects, different purposes. Then another important thing is the eligibility for receiving the grant. Okay, sir, I want to avail the grant funding from funding agency. So what are the eligibilities to receive the grant? The eligibility for receiving grant in two formats, two types. That is the eligible to individual, eligible institutions. As an individual, you want to receive grant from any funding agencies for organizing seminar or conducting research or travel grant or publication grant. You must be a permanent faculty with a PhD. You must be a permanent faculty with a PhD. Here there is some questions. Even many of the self-finance college teachers raised some questions. Sir, I am working in a self-finance college. Am I eligible to apply for research grant or not? Then I will say, I said, yes, you are eligible, you can apply. Sir, in that application, they have mentioned permanent faculty. Permanent means, even though if you are working in a self-finance college, you are the permanent faculty. You are not a guest faculty, you are not a part-time faculty. So you are a permanent faculty. You are eligible to apply for any research grant from any funding agencies. With that information, now I know many of the self-finance college teachers were received research grant and doing research, undertaking research. So with the PhD. Then the another important thing is the profile of the researcher. So our sir has rightly mentioned, our presidents are rightly mentioned, secretaries are rightly mentioned, that is you must be able to showcase your talent. For examples, I can say one thing, if I am applying to any funding agency, maybe my proposal may be some normal proposal. It is not that much of quality proposal, whereas my profile is will be very strong. So based on my profile, the funding agency will give the grant to me, because so I incorporated all kind of qualifications and qualities in my profile. So I have different types of profile. The profile for funding agency, profile for academic activities, profile for social activities. Like that, I will keep different types of profile. So you must be able to update your profile according to the requirements of the funding agency. For examples, I will give some tips how you can improve your profile. For examples, you must attended at least one 14 days research methodology workshop. You must mention. That is very important qualification to get the research grant. That is the 1, 2 weeks or 14 days research methodology workshop that you must mention in your profile. And another thing is you must publish some articles relating to your topic. That is also very important. Then another important eligibility is you should working in PG and research department. That is also very important things. These all mainly for the research grant. Whereas in seminar grant or workshop grant, without PhD or you are working in a UG college, you can also avail. So there is some exemption is available. Then another thing is the institution. Whether you are working in university or college, self-finance college, autonomous college, government college, wherever you are working, you are eligible to receive the grant. Sometimes they will mention the grant will be given only to the public funded institutions. That means only government owned institution. But even in a private institutions also eligible. Then another important thing is the institution must obtain 12B and 2F status. This is very important thing. If your institution is not received 12B and 2F status, you cannot receive grant from your institutions. That is the very important thing. So you must ensure or you should insist to your institution to obtain 12B and 2F status. Then research facilities, that is the infrastructure facilities. Of course, it will be available to all colleges. So there is no question about it. Okay. Then another thing is, what are the procedures to apply for research grant? The first one is the thrust area. What is thrust area? That is the important area which has given to the particular field or the particular period. For example, ICSSR. The ICSSR has classified some of the 11 thrust areas. So in that area only you have to submit your proposal. Or it will be the common. They will not change every year. Whereas you want to apply a research grant proposal to National Commission for Women, they will have some thrust area in every year. This year thrust area will be women rights, women discrimination, exploitation of women, like that. The next year will be some other topic. So like that. Accordingly, you have to submit your research proposal. That is the thrust area. You cannot send your proposal. Suppose you have one proposal on financial performance. That you cannot send to any funding agency. So you have to send a research proposal according to their thrust area, not your interest area or thrust area. Then detailed research proposal. You must be able to prepare a detailed research proposal. That means you see that there is some structured research proposal, a designed research proposal. In that proposal, each and every topic should be in a particular words, in number of words. For example, introduction should be 100 words. Statement of the problem should be 200 words. Review of literature should be 500 words. So accordingly, you have to prepare a detailed research proposal. Then profile of the principal investigator. Who is principal investigator? That is the applicant is the principal investigator. You are the principal investigator. So you can also appoint some co-investigator. For example, so you want to do research, you may plans to mathematics department. You can also appoint as some person from statistics department or physics department or computer science department as a co-investigator, like that. So their profile should be strong. Then the reputation of the institution. So there is some reputation. For example, say if you are working, if they are working in university, they can get very easily because the university reputation is there. They will give the they will give the grant, even though the proposal is very normal. That is very important thing. Then another important thing is non-default drop UC. UC means utilization certificate. This will happen. For examples, sometimes you may send a very good research proposal. You have a very good profile. your institution is also a good institution. You have sent a proposal in a trust area, whereas the funding agency will not give a grant to you, your institution, because your institutions may be under the defaulter, or your institution may be under the blacklist institutions. What is that defaulter and the blacklist institution? Because previously somebody who received a grant from that particular funding agency, but they were not yet submitted utilization certificate or report. They were sent a lot of reminders to your institution or to that investigator, but they were refused. They were not send any reply to them. So automatically what the funding agency will do, so your institution will be declared as a defaulter institutions or the blacklist institution. So hereafter, any proposal from your institution, they will not consider. So that you must check it. You must confirm whether your institution is the non-defaulter or not. That is very important. And another thing is funding agencies. You see that what are the funding agencies are available. It may be international level, national level, regional level, and the state level. You can see that the international level, we need not study about the international level funding agencies because the procedure and the formalities are very heavy, are very high in the international funding agency. Of course, I can mention here lot of international funding agencies are available. So you can apply if you are capable or able. And another thing is that is the national level funding agency. That means science related funding agency, social science related funding agency. You see that science related funding agency, n number of funding agencies are available in our country exclusively for science. That is the Atomic Energy Regulatory Body, Aeronautic Research and Development Board, All India Council of Technical Education, Board of Research in Nuclear Science, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Defense Research Development Organization, Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Biotechnology, Department of Science and Technology. In these things, All India Council of Technical Education, which is exclusively given grant for, that is the engineering management related projects. The Board of, that is the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, which is also one of the very famous funding agency. Likewise, Department of Biotechnology, TPT, DST. This is also one of the famous science-related funding agency in our country. And also you see that a lot of funding agencies, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Suppose you want to do some research relating to agriculture, you can apply to the ICAR. Likewise, ICMR, if you want to do some research relating to medical research, you can go for this one. So likewise, a lot of funding agencies are available. Even the ministries also providing financial assistance for conducting research project. Almost all ministries also give NCW, that is the National Commission for Women, ICW, that is the Indian Council of World Affairs, like that. Many funding agencies are available. You see that UGC, nowadays UGC is not given any grant because last 4 or 5 years, the UGC is not giving any grant. Their name has been replaced in the STRIDE scheme. So they are not giving grant. Of course, recently the UGC announced in September 5th, they were announced 5 grant, 5 schemes. Of that, two of schemes are plans to research grant, and 3 of the schemes are plans to fellowship schemes. But these are the schemes which are available: major research project, minor research project, research award, one-time grant scheme, doctoral fellowship, post-doctoral fellowship, seminar workshop grant, travel grant, publication grant. These are the grant which is given by the University Grant Commission. So you know that major research project, it is the 2 years. So the amount will be maximum of 20 lakhs in science and 15 lakhs in social science. Likewise, minor research project. So it will be the 1 year project period. The maximum amount will be 5 lakhs. Likewise, research award. It is a award which is given to the permanent faculty. Those who are age is below 45 years. The period of award is 2 years. So during that period, they should do the research. The UGC will give the salary protection or some research grant, like that. Then one-time research grant, all things are available. You see that this is the website of the UGC. You can go to that UGC website. In that website, you can see that is the UGC schemes related to college, for institutions, for department, for individual. If you click for individual, what are the schemes are available? So you can select any one schemes and you can apply accordingly. So that is the way. And another thing is the ICSSR. So at present, the ICSSR is the only research grant agency which give the grant to n number of social science faculties. You see that in the ICSSR, major research project, minor research project, doctoral fellowship, postdoctoral fellowship, seminar grant, travel grant, publication grant. Almost all type of grant which is available in ICSSR. Even in this ICSSR, there are different types of research project schemes. That is the general research project scheme. General research project scheme means minor research and major research. That means every year in September or October, they will give the notifications for research project schemes. Even last 14th was the last date for applying the minor research project and major research project. So it will be every year. So even next year, 2023 also, in the September or October, you can expect they will give the notification. So you can prepare some proposal for that also. There is no doubt at all. Another scheme is called as a IMPRESS research project scheme. That is the imperfectful research in social science, like that. This is the specialized scheme. Only 2 times they were given the notification. First time I received a grant from ICSSR major research, IMPRESS research project scheme, major research project scheme. And I submitted my report to the ICSSR also. Recently I did the project. It is related to prisoners entrepreneurship. So I visited all the prisons, central prisons in Tamil Nadu, and I submit the report to the IMPRESS. And another scheme is called as a PESAL research project scheme. That means very occasionally, very rarely, if any PESAL things is going to be happen, the ICSSR will give the notification under the PESAL research project scheme. That means, for example, during the lockdown period, they have given a notification on PESAL research project relating to the COVID-19, like that. Then another one is the collaborative research project. That means the ICSSR and some collaborative agency, maybe in foreign country. Some foreign country will have some research project scheme. So it is also regularly available in ICSSR website. So you can see this kind of research project. So other things are normal. You can see all major research, it is there, 2 years. The amount will be maximum of 10 lakhs. Minor research will be 1 year. The maximum grant will be 5 lakhs. So all things are same, like UGC and ICSSR. You see that this is the website of this ICSSR. In that website, you can see that there is one link is there. It is called as a research project link. In that link, if you click that link, you will get all kind of details. You can refer how to submit the research proposal, what are the guidelines, everything is available. So you can refer in that website and you can submit your proposal. So recently the MHRD has announced some of the innovative schemes to promote the research and development activities in our country. In the name of IMPRINT, the Impacting Research, Innovation and Technology, IMPRESS, SPARK, STARS and STRIDE. So these are some of the innovative schemes which are implemented. But of course, at present, no scheme is available. These are only namesake. First 2 times they have given grant. After that, it was stopped. because of the financial constraints. But anyhow, you can see this is the stride. That is the UGC renamed this scheme. That is the stride scheme for transdisciplinary research for India's development economy. So university institutions or individual also apply to obtain the grant from this funding agency. Stride, there are three components of stride is there. That is the component one, research capacity building and human resource development. And this is the transdisciplinary research and inclusive innovation and high impact transdisciplinary research in humanities and human science. So these all are the three type of component of the STRIDE program. So you can see this. This is the website of the STRIDE. You can refer all kinds guidelines and conditions. Likewise, ICSSR is also. ICSSR Impress is also 2 times were called. After that, it was stopped. But anyhow, it will be in future. They will call. So you can also try for this kind of ICSSR. This is one of the very good funding agency in our country. In print, you see that this is the website. All things are available in the website. You can go to that website and you can get lot of information. Just these all are related to science, mathematics related things. You see that. And another, that is the very important and very pioneer funding agency in our country is Indian Council of Historical Research. Those who are plans to history, anthropology, religious studies, even those who are plans to social science and science, you can also apply for research project in Indian Council of Historical Research. Many of the people are thinking only history discipline faculties can apply to ICHR. Not like that. Your research is related to history, you can also submit. For example, so being a commerce man, I want to submit one research proposal to ICHR, that is the Indian Council of Historical Research. My research topic may be the history of management thought or history of development of accountancy. Like that, likewise, I can submit a project proposal to the Indian Council of Historical Research. Definitely, they will consider. Of course, many of the people are not aware and they are not ready to apply to ICHR. So this is one of the traditional funding agency. So consistently, they are giving some grants to history-related project. And another, you see that this is the website of the Indian Council of Historical Research. In that website, all details are available. You can get. Then Indian Council of Philosophical Research. This is also one of the traditional funding agency in our country. You see that your proposal is relating to that is the religion or philosophy or any theoretical phase, you can also apply. For example, being a commerce man, I can submit a proposal like that is the relevance of management thoughts in contemporary business world. Likewise, I can submit a proposal to Indian Council of Philosophical Research. Definitely, they will consider. So this is the website of the Indian Council of Philosophical Research. Then another one is that is the NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. They are also giving some grant for conducting research study, organizing research seminar or workshop like that. You can go to the website. There is one link is there. That is the research and development link. In that link, you can get all kind of information from this website. So another funding agency, Reserve Bank of India. Many of the people are not aware about the Reserve Bank of India funding agency. Of course, RBI also giving some grants to the individual or to the institution for research study and organizing workshop and seminar. So external research scheme. There is one scheme is there in Reserve Bank of India. This is called as a external research scheme. In that schemes, you can apply to them. Then Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, every year they will give the minor, mini project and major minor project scheme. So 4 years before, I applied one proposal to Indian Institute of Banking, and my proposal was scrutinized and invited for presentation to Mumbai. So all expenses were reimbursed. So they have given flight ticket, accommodation, food, transportation, everything they have given. Fortunately, my proposal was not selected. Whereas I was very happy and I had a lot of experience with the Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. You can also apply. The advertisements will be only in website or in the that is the Economic and Political Weekly magazines. Yeah. So this is the website. You can see the project details. This is the suppose you are plans to Tamil literature, the Central Institute of Classical Language, Classical Tamil. You see that which is located in the Chennai. They are also giving a lot of grants, but now it has stopped. Previously, they have given n number of grants to organize research conference or conducting research studies like that. So you can also apply to this one. This is the website of the Semmoli Tamilayu Mathiya Niruvanam. That is the classical language. Then NHRC, National Commission for Human Rights. National Human Rights Commission. They are also having the project scheme, minor project, major project, and also they will give the that is the training grant. If you want to organize one day training program on human rights, they will give 75,000. Likewise, you can apply. Just you have to download the application and you have to send it to National Council for National Human Rights Council. They will sanction 75,000. So this is one of the easiest way to get the grant from National Human Rights Commission. So you see that this is the website of this also that commission. Likewise, National Commission for Women, every year they will call for notification for research project, whereas they will not give grant for more number of people because they will give only very less number of people grant. But anyhow, every year they will give the notification. You can apply through online. So, and also they will give grant for organizing some workshop, legal awareness program, training program, likewise. So you can also apply to that funding agency. This is the website. Sorry, this is the website of the National Commission for Women. Then another RGNIYD, Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development, which is available in Sri Perumbudur. Now they are not giving any grant, whereas previously they have given lot of grants to organize some workshop conducting research study. I do received more than 2 lakhs for organizing some workshop training programs. 3 times I received a grant from RGNID. So this is one of the very famous funding agency. But now they are not giving. But anyhow, in future, definitely they will consider. So you can try. And another one is that is the Bureau of Police Research and Development. They are also giving some research grant relating to cyber security, forensic investigations like that, human rights like that. You can also try for that. Apart from that, SERP is the science engineering related project. So for science graduates or those who are planning to science and engineering background, you may depend on DST, DRDO, TPI, CSIR, IACT, SERP. So these are some of the famous granting funding agency for science and engineering related projects. So you may visit that page and you will get lot of information from that things. And another thing is, apart from the national agency, some of the NGOs and private agencies also providing grants for organizing seminar or conducting research. That is the Malcolm Elizabeth Trust, then Jawaharlal Nehru Fellowships Grant, then for Ford Foundation, Lady Tata Memorial Trust, then Ford Foundation, then ourselves, I belongs to Indian Academic Researcher Association. We are also giving grant for organizing seminar or conducting research projects like that. So this is our website. Very soon, we are going to upload the details about the research grant opportunities. So this year we are planning to give the grant to in the name of the research project scheme, collaborative research scheme, seminar, conference organizing schemes, like that. 3 different types of schemes are going to be given. So very soon we will upload the details in our website. You can apply to this IRA grant. Definitely we will consider. And another thing is some state level. So as far as the Tamil Nadu concerned, in Tamil Nadu, 2 type of state level funding agencies are very famous. One is Tamil Nadu State Council for Higher Education. This will be purely applicable to government college and aided college teachers. They can apply for research grant or seminar organizing grant like that. Another important grant is, that is the state level funding agencies, Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology, which is very famous funding agency in Tamil Nadu. So even self-finance college teachers or self-finance college people also apply for research grant in the state level Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology. So this is the website of the Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology. So another thing is, apart from that, some of the state government ministries like Women Development, Agriculture Development, Rural Development, Forest and Environment, Commerce and Industries, these departments and ministries also give some research grant for undertaking research or organizing some workshop or the training programs. So these are some of the very important information. Of course, the n number of grant funding agencies are available, but it is not possible to mention all the funding agencies in a short time with a detailed manner. Whereas this is one of the eye-opening session. With this information, you can get it lot of information from various sources in website like that. I hope you have some doubt and clarifications. So definitely I can solve or I can answer or justify your questions. So I request to participants to raise some questions. I will answer it. Thank you. So please, participants, if you have any queries and clarifications, you may raise questions. Participants?
Dear participants, if you have any queries or any clarifications, you can ask. This is the time for interaction.
Sir, I need some PPT, sir. I want to more detail.
Please, sir.
Sorry, sir, your voice is not audible. Kindly
Madam, I
introduce
need
your basic and then one by one raise your questions, or you can post your questions in a chat box.
Okay, madam.
Ma'am, link is not accepting, ma'am.
Which one, ma? We will look into it.
Feedback class.
Dear participants, you can post your questions in a chat box. If no questions, we can conclude the session. Any queries? Feedback link will be sent to your mail or in our WhatsApp group.
I will request Dr. Kritika from Mathematics Department to render the acknowledgement.
Good evening to all.
Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. C. Paramasivan, Research Advisor. Today we had an opportunity to hear many ideas about how to write the research proposal, what should we do before submitting the research proposal, and how to overcome the struggle in getting the funding opportunities, etc. Words are not enough to thank Dr. C. Paramasivan for given elaborated information about funding agencies. I would like to thank all the program advisory committee members for their constant guidance and support to shape the FTP. I, on behalf of the organizing committee, convey deep regards and hearty thanks to our Honorable Chairman Shri V. Lakshmi Narayan Swami and our President Ma'am Srimati L. Suguna Madam. I'm also thankful to the Secretary Sir Dr. Srikant Kannan and Director Admin Dr. V. Sekhar Sir. They supported in all possible manner to organize this FTP. My sincere thanks to Dr. R. Rajkumar, Principal Suguna College of Arts and Science for his help and support at various stages. At the end, I would like to thank all our faculty colleagues and non-teaching staff members who always stand by us and motivate us. I feel proud and thank you for making this faculty development program a successful one. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
Sir, good evening, Dr. Parameshwaram, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, good evening, sir. Please, sir.
Dr. Shekhar, sir, only one thing.
Yeah,
You
please,
said
sir.
that ICSSR closing date was 14th October.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Sir, like this, no, different research institutes, different funding agencies having their calendar, no, annual calendar.
No, sir. No, there is no annual calendar, sir. But ICSSR will give the notification in the month of September and October every year, sir.
Yeah, because our people know if they are aware of these deadlines.
Yeah.
Different institutes deadline.
Yeah, actually it was 8th, sir, but ICSSR postponed the date to 14th.
Yeah.
But even there is some schemes are available in UGC also up to 30th October.
Exactly. So, if currently, what are the institutions they are open for funding, sir? Is it any idea?
Yeah, ICS, UGC is there, sir. They have introduced some schemes, but it is the specialized scheme, sir. That is, that is called as India Knowledge Schemes, like that.
Okay.
So the last date will be 30th October of this month. And DST and other things, there is a regular project throughout the year.
Regular projects.
Yeah.
Atal Innovation Scheme, all those things, the regular projects are there.
Yeah, regular project you can apply. For seminar grant, you can apply to any time, to ICSSR or to any funding agency.
Okay. Sir, your association, you have no research association. Are you doing any service, sir, separately?
Yeah, Indian Academic Researcher Association. We have we have association in the name of Indian Academic Researcher Association, sir. In that association also, we are giving some research grant to the individual or seminar grant for organizing training program, like that. Every year we are giving, sir.
Okay. So I'll advise my faculties to contact you for proposals for the type of our college, so that you can guide.
Yeah, definitely, sir. Of course, very soon we are going to upload the details in our website.
Okay.
regarding the research project scheme, sir.
Okay, that will be very useful, sir. That your own website we can easily see and approach different institutions.
The intention is to motivate the self-finance college faculty members because they are struggle to get the research project. So
that is the main thing. That is the main thing, sir. Self-financing colleges, they don't encourage. Only they encourage the government colleges because we thought that the fund should be properly deployed. That's a major.
But nowadays, even the university and the college cannot misuse the fund because there is one scheme is that is the PFMS schemes.
Okay.
So financial management system. In that scheme, you cannot get back money from that account. You can add vendors only. Suppose I want to purchase anything, I can add their name and bank account. I can transfer money. I cannot take money from account. That is the problem.
Yeah, so deployment is proper means it will be better. So that is the main reason, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have keenly watched your program. The program is excellent, sir. Please join again. In offline mode, so that
definitely, sir. Definitely,
we can have better interaction and our faculty also get benefited. We will organize a bigger program, sir. So that it will be highly beneficial in that entire area. We'll call people, so that they will have more interactions and they'll get benefited.
Yes, sir. Actually, this program will be only in offline mode. Will be more effective.
We thought of it because of this Deepavali program, exams, all those things. No.
I understood.
That is the reason why we made it do online program.
Definitely, we will organize one more time, sir.
No response was there. 80 people have joined. It's also a good response, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful program.
Thank
really
you, sir.
For us.
Thank you for your opportunity.
Very memorable one, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Kindly support our institutions by representing in offline mode and also in further assistance which we have already discussed.
Definitely, madam. You organize some programs. I will come and discuss.
Definitely, sir.
Definitely, I will share you. Thank you. Can I exit, madam?
Yes, sir. Sure. Thank you. Dear participants, now the link is open, feedback link is open. You can enter your feedback and certificates will be mailed to you later. Thank you. Thank you all for your kind support.